It's out now on Netflix. Good thing. All right, so now, fellas,
Yep.
let's talk about Godzilla.
Yeah.
Godzilla Monster Planet. Yeah, that.
I don't know what that was.
That was,
Woof.
was Johnny having some kind of aneurysm over there.
Jesus.
I think
That's the type of sound when you hear when you're walking home.
And
at
on
like
to the
2 in
next
morning,
review.
you
Yeah.
run.
Randy Savage messed up my vocals.
No, I think that said it all. No, we're talking about Netflix's Godzilla Monster Planet. And not just Monster Planet Part 1, meaning there is going to be more. So if this was garbage, get ready for more garbage.
Get ready for more garbage.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go on record right now and say it was not. I got to check this out.
I did too.
And it was good. Johnny over there.
Yeah, I watched it.
All right, my man. Now, Godzilla Monster Planet is a story of Earthlings have fled the planet because Godzilla and a few other threats, but primarily Godzilla. Monsters are running rampant. Godzilla, the king of the monsters, is being his kingly monster self. And he's trampled everything, including primarily civilizations. Where other monsters attack a city here or a city there.
Including people that let him out, yeah.
Yeah, Godzilla's the main force that's effed it up for everybody. And just like, gone through, man, he's like breaking down buildings.
Including
setting
Puff Daddy
highways
when he
on
made
fire.
that song.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing more now. He's going on a genocide, right?
Yeah,
the
for real.
humans
He's
are like
slapping
they are
down.
evacuating. They're leaving the planet, and Godzilla's like, nope.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
smacking like the escape pods out of the sky and stuff, man. He's sending I-beams and things like, picking them off. He's giving Indian burns. He's doing all types of mean stuff. Godzilla's no joke. And mankind has fled. Now, I think it was 10 years, after 10 years, approximately 10 years, 10, 15 years
10 to 15. Yeah.
of living in hyperspace. Because it wasn't just in space. We got to get the hell out of this solar system. And they...
Godzilla basically forced Robotech on the world, which is awesome.
Pretty much, yeah.
Which was totally awesome. I was like, okay, that's awesome. That's a good way to tell Godzilla's
Yeah, so
story.
humankind now lives on ships, and they've had to just exist in space because they know they can never return.
Because they can
home.
never return because they're going to get chewed up.
Yep. So all this time
Yeah,
has been
that's
spent in hyperspace trying to find a new home,
A new habitable planet.
a new Class M planet, as they would say in the Star Trek universe.
Yeah.
Or an alien when they're like, yeah, let's just go inhabit something.
Yeah, to exist, and they've been unable to so far. After 15 years of living on this ship, dealing with synthetic food, recycled water, recycled air. We all know where those reconstituted snacks are coming from, so we won't bring that up. But people are sick of it, and this is the way they have to live. So what it's come down to is the on-ship government has decided that from now on, the ships that we send, since no planet, it's not that they haven't found planets, but no excursion has been successful. Every excursion that's gone to find a M-class planet, a livable planet, a habitable planet, has died. So
Has
they
some form of Godzilla hanging out on it?
No. It's just conditions.
Or just not, I mean, just,
Godzilla's
like just something they're waiting for to kill them, basically.
Unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Nothing hospitable.
Yeah. So, Johnny, do you remember why, what they decided afterwards?
They decided to take all the old people because they're running low on resources, and shoot
Turn
them
them into
out the waste the waste disposal.
Well, no, not the waste disposal per se. It was they're throwing all the old people to the wolves essentially because from now on every excursion to find the new planets, they only really did one in the course of this movie.
Yeah, at the very end.
Is going to be all old people because if they die, well, they had a good run. They were old anyways.
Yep.
So the rest of us are young.
You're
we gotta
pushing
live.
50. It's cool.
So
It's space Medicaid.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
well, damn.
Trump care. Trump care 2030.
Oh, so that jeez, it's too true. That's the problem. Be a tear to my eye here. Okay, so that drastic measure really inspires the people to pull some drastic measures of their own. And they're like, you know what? Nah, screw this. Okay, we spent all this time looking for nothing. It's a short 10-year trip back home. We need to go back and take our planet back. Now, here's what's going on. The government has tried unsuccessfully to gather as much data as they can about Godzilla.
Yep.
But that's because the real juicy stuff was all kept top secret. So once there's a leak and some new information is released, people start formulating plans as to how, if we go back, we strike here and here and here. We can take this month down.
It's one monster, right?
Yeah.
Through a little bit of political sort of manipulation that they
Yeah.
inserted in there. You can't have a Godzilla flick without any kind of political coercion.
Well,
in
here's
order
what's
to get people
surprising.
lined up.
I thought Godzilla anime, shoot, man, it's gonna be one ill-ass fight. Let's do this. Yeah. And it actually turned out to be more political than I expected. A good 45 minutes of this movie, maybe an hour even.
This ran
about an hour 30.
Yeah,
1
hour and a half. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And a good half of it is political drama. It's like, okay, are they gonna lock up some revolutionaries? Are they gonna actually get the government on their side? Oh my God, is there dissension in the ranks? So is there gonna be a coup? And it's like a lot of meetings in boardrooms and and private visitations. I'm like, okay,
there was a lot of screaming
and a lot of emotional screaming. It's an anime. You gotta expect that.
That's called good voice acting.
There's a lot of screaming for me.
It's just called acting.
It was good.
A lot of emo.
It wasn't bad, but I'll attest that to the writing.
Could have been better.
The main character, good voice acting.
Yeah,
he was decent.
All right, okay.
He was passionate about his resolve.
The others, I'm not gung ho about.
I'm gonna say though, I didn't buy this dude when he sees his grandpa blown up. Spoiler, not really a spoiler. It's it happens in the first 3 minutes of the movie.
Yeah,
but he sees his grandpa die, and his reaction is kind of. Ever seen Troll 2?
Yes.
Oh my God! Yeah, his reaction was kind of like, "Oh no, Grandpa!" I'm like, are you serious? That almost put me off it. It did not, though. And I will tell you why. Because after we get over the political drama, which it makes the time pass by quickly, which is surprising.
Yeah.
Because I watched this and I'm just like, okay, look, it's been 10 minutes. Can we get past this hole? And I check the clock. 45 minutes. Good Lord. Yeah. Because it didn't seem to drag on as I would expect it to. And I'm like, I'm kind of tired of this political rhetoric. Are we done yet? And I find out this movie's half over. That flew by. So it gets to the point, kind of. And then you finally get to see the face-off with Godzilla, which is all we really want. And what it comes down to is, was the acting good and was the fighting good? Because it's Godzilla. We don't expect much story. Right. And the story kind of stopped right then and there. For the rest of the picture, it's all a military tactic, a battle, and then Godzilla retaliation.
So does it make the first part of the movie pointless?
No,
it
doesn't, because it puts humanity, the sort of the decisions that they're trying to make. It's all based on what's in our best interest to survive, to continue living.
Right.
And things go wrong when they sort of get back to Earth and.
It's not the Earth they expected.
It's still the best decision they can make.
Figured hold up. They figured it's 10, maybe 20 years later if our calculations are a little off. So we'll find some city ruins. We'll find the Godzilla we knew, and we'll kick his ass. Right?
Like Waterworld.
These cats come back, and as they come out of hyperspace,
comes out the water.
Yeah, someone forgot to set their clock back for daylight savings or something. Because exiting hyperspace, they thought it was 10, 15 years. It's been 20,000 years later.
A little bit of interstellar physics, time travel stuff was going on there.
That's still alive too?
Well, that's the thing. They come across a Godzilla. It's not exactly the Godzilla they expected.
Yeah, he died 15,000 years ago.
Oh, maybe, man. Either way, he's been spawning because there's something.
They essentially do, but what aggravated me about it, it was good.
Tell them why you're mad.
What aggravated me about it was dude, you're going to fight him with the same solution that they always fight Godzilla with. Let's just blow the crap out of Godzilla.
Right.
By the way, we'll damage half of the planet on the process.
The way they tried to fight Godzilla in the first place, and this is the thing for the movie, 150 nuclear warheads all at once.
Yeah.
How is there still an Earth, period?
You break through it.
It was in one spot.
Of course. That's
one focused spot. That should have poured a hole straight to the core.
You get a donut and
one focused
debris.
spot. There was a lot of the craters all around that.
Yeah. You know what happened? They hit him with that. Godzilla was like, doing the
dirt off his shoulders
like
he always does.
All right.
Scooby snacks. Thank you.
All right. So do you want to, Rick? You want to tell me your impressions about the movie from that point on when they reached Earth, because you've been awfully quiet over there, my man.
No, when they reached Earth, it was what I expected. I just expected them to go all out war on Godzilla. Some of the revelations, I'm not trying to spoil anything, some of the revelations that you find out were pretty cool and twist turning, and I really enjoyed it, and it made me want to watch part 2. Mm-hmm. So I'll give it that. But it's always the same solution with Godzilla. I never see them try a different alternative. It's just give her everything you got. Let's hope he dies.
Well,
and then,
fair,
they
how else are they going to fight
guy.
this giant monster?
Oh, and by the way,
it's let's damage his credit.
When did the force field come into play? I'm real curious.
That's new. Okay, that's the thing. They introduced new powers for Godzilla. And it's not just like, oh, we'll adapt his previous one. Now he shoots a different eye beam. It's red this time from his eyes. No, they gave him a couple of different abilities, which pose new obstacles for the humans to fight. And that's one thing that we've gotten back to. It's no longer Godzilla is the protagonist of the story, which the last few Godzillas have been. We've kind of gone back to the humans being the main characters.
Yeah. So this Godzilla, it seems like it takes place after the older, up until somewhere in the 90s Godzillas. Mm-hmm. There's a cutoff point, and then you have
weird-ass monsters.
Yeah, you have these other Godzillas that come out, the more recent ones. Mm-hmm. This isn't a continuation of story of those. It's a continuation of the 90s one. So the things that happen in those, like the aliens that arrive, they're actually integral into the story here, but they're already integrated and they're already part of sort of the society. Okay. So if you have pre-existing knowledge of prior the older Godzilla movies, you're definitely going to understand like who these aliens are. 3 different species.
If you do, yeah, but if you don't, okay.
And they even had a reference to Mechagodzilla.
Yeah, you did reference it. I remember.
They did, but also I like that they've said it so far in the future because that puts that knowledge. It makes it like necessary for like background information. But you talking about like you watched Walking Dead season 1, and now you're jumping into like Walking Dead season 10. Okay, you know, so your information, you've got the general idea, but you're a little out of date.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing that really moved me, and I really like this. This is Netflix's Godzilla anime. And I liked that. I also liked being anime, not live action. It gave them a lot more to play with in terms of technology, in terms of the actual interaction and battles. Because when you're relying on practical effects, you can't do things like have a bunch of like warships coming at them and like aerial battles
without a huge budget. So
yeah, that too.
They were able to pull off fantastic action without, with minimal, in comparison, budget wise.
Yeah, space travel. They had different races of people. Alien races of people, which was surprising. I thought
religious races of people.
Yeah, that too. Inventing a new religion.
I just like when a problem arises, they just decide to live in space.
Well, that's the thing. They've at some point interacted with other folks. I'm hoping like part 2 isn't like a prequel.
Right.
You know, what they've been doing, because there was like, did you notice like everyone on that ship was Asian? There's everyone on there. I mean, I understand it's an anime, but the thing is when they're trying to have like different races. But they're all like a variation of Asian. Yeah. You know, there's alien race on this planet where everyone has like white hair, but they're like also Asian. And then there's like the race of like space black people that they found, but they're also Asian somehow.
They're called Klingons.
Like, all right, look, it's Godzilla Monster Planet. This was just part 1. It's available now on Netflix. I give it a thumbs up.
All right, I give it a thumbs up as well.
All right,
thumbs up here too.
Okay, cool. Highly recommend you check it out when you get a chance. It's on Netflix right now. Do the thing. Okay, I'm going to kick it over to my man, Just Johnny.
Yo.
Because you got to play a new